Hello everybody and welcome to week 3 of the Labor 12 IndyCar series. Qualifying open for Laguna Seca right now. First car's out on track. Looks like Ian Montro's going to be one of the first. Not too many cars out here tonight. To make for a clean race though. Oh, Ian goes off. I think that was turn 1. So that lap number 1, that might have been the final turn for Ian. That lap number 1 not going to count. He's going to have to reset to the pits and try again. You guys have 10 minutes. What else we got out on track? Bradley Wilson on the 51. He's about to complete lap right here. We'll see if this counts. Does. Bradley Wilson goes to the top of the board, 111.17. DG Swiss, second driver to get a time in, 115.2. Cody Cleaver goes to the top of the board. Road course ringer Cody almost won the Watkins Glen race in the GT3 series earlier today, but unfortunately the rain monster got him. Cody out here tonight. Really good lap there on lap number 1 for Cody. Only took him 1 lap to run that 110.6, so it looks like he's got some speed in that 2 car. As a reminder, these guys do have a tire switch rule for tonight, so some of these guys, you'll see Cody right there, he's on the red alternate tire. Not sure why it's red this week. It was green a couple of weeks ago, not sure why that changed, but the red alternate for Cody. See Bradley Wilson goes to the top of the board for a moment, the 110.2, and then Casey Graves a 109.8 on the red alternate. But some of these guys are trying to qualify on that primary tire, the white tire, so they can finish the race on the red alternate. So an interesting strategy there. Wilson can qualify on that front row with the primary, and it's definitely going to help him later in the race. Looks like only 4 drivers on the red alternate, everybody else on the primaries. You got Casey Graves on the reds, Cleaver on the reds, Ian Montrose, oh sorry, not Ian, gave me the wrong info right there, Alex Linney on the reds, and Matt Benke. Everybody else on the primaries, like I said. Cliff Mullins, one of those championship ringers last season, almost won that championship. Had a few bad races at the end of the season, wasn't able to capitalize on it, but Cliff back out here, see if we can put in a lap right here. They're halfway through qualifying, got time. Wolf goes to 7th. Wolfenbarger, first lap does not count. On to lap number 2 now. Casey Graves still on the top of the board. Cody Cleaver, as I say that, 109.6. Good lap there for Cody Cleaver. If that's enough to hold on to that pole position. Yes. Oh, hi. Sorry.
You're good. I joined in here earlier, didn't realize that it was qualifying, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait until I realized qualifying, and I realized it was. And here you were still needed in depth.
Andrew Beach joining us now. Thanks for joining, Andrew. I appreciate the help.
Always, buddy. Not sure of a single name of this. The only corner that I know is the hill with the S.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Oh, Cleaver on the top of the board right now. He's been...
Oh, Levi made contact with Alex C. Lenny down there in turn number 1. That's going to ruin both of their laps. They're going to have to reset, see if they can get back out there with just under 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to jump in here and start cutting you off.
Oh, come on, man.
I know, what a guy.
Wolfenbarger looks like he goes to 5th on that lap. 11.0 on the primary tire. I need to remember one of these weeks, I'm going to remember to try and put a tire indicator on the ticker.
Would you like me to remind you tomorrow?
That probably would be helpful.
Okay, I can.
Anybody else listening in, you can remind me too. Feel free. Just put it in the IndyCar chat.
Actually, his number is 828. I don't have your phone number. Yeah, 1-800-I-EAT-ASS.
What?
Little Mike Edwards shout out there, buddy. Did your dad just laugh in the background?
No. that was something else, don't worry.
Okay, that's just like, damn. Apparently Cody Cleaver, he was really fast in the GT3 series. We had our first ever rain race, and yours truly, Lucas Hoytsville, was able to pick up the win in the first ever rain race in SRL. Cody Cleaver's still running strong right now. Just over a minute and a half left in qualifying. Currently has the pole by around 2/10, a little over 2/10. Graves, and Wilson, Wolfenbarger. I'm gonna fuck that up 2 weeks in a row. Listen, I've had a few to drink.
It's
not gonna go well.
You, Andrew.
Listen, you get enough in me, and it's whatever you want.
Cody locks him up right there. That's probably gonna kill that lap, unfortunately.
Wilson out on track. I'm going to start his lap, I believe. He has not turned a lap since his 3rd lap out, so this will be his timed lap here. Lap number 9. We'll come back to him here in a minute and see what he does. Matt Banky, Davis Greenwell. Cliff Mullins and Matt Banky make contact. That's going to ruin their lap. That's going to be it for qualifying for those two drivers. Cliff Mullins is going to have to tow back to pit road. DG Swiss out on track. He's coming to start his lap. These drivers should here, as qualifying has ended, should be able to finish their lap.
51 just got to slow down, so this lap is killed, unfortunately. So he will maintain 3rd unless somebody jumps him.
You said the 51 did?
Yeah, it looks like the 51 was real slow through the kink. I think that's what that's called.
Davis Greenwell. The Wanted Goons yellow car. It's a good looking yellow. I'm a fan of yellow. It's like he's going down pit road. So
yeah. Must not have had a good lap right there, unfortunately. Oh, Wilson!
Levi.
Oh, boy! Death!
What happened?
Right on board with a scary wreck for the 51 on Wilson.
The 27 was doing burnouts in the middle of the track.
Oh my goodness!
We've got somebody that was removed from the session. You might want to look into removing the 27 doing burnouts on the track. In the middle of qualifying, but you know.
Did we lose the 23 and he tried to join again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, he didn't say the longest big three of the week.
He did not. Let's not try to break that record tonight.
I thought the 27. No, I don't think it can. I think two of the big three are 6 letters.
Somebody will find a way.
I mean, you could add an S.
Oh.
That'd be the only way that you could do it. And I don't feel like anybody's that stupid. Skittles says he thinks the 27 is suspended. So, is the 27 supposed to be suspended tonight? Who's the admin for the? Is it DG?
Yes.
I'll go ask him.
I don't remember the 27 being suspended, but I could be wrong. Okay, driver's heading down to the grid, getting ready to start this race. Cody Cleaver going to take home the pole position tonight. See if I can get this up quick. All right, Cody Cleaver on the pole position here at Laguna Seca. A good lap there for Cody. We'll see what he can do here tonight. On his right side, it's going to be Casey Graves.
Ruth, as I interrupt Lucas's lineup, one word to describe your night.
Fuck.
Yep.
Okay.
Back in the middle of that, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were doing it.
No, it's fine. Bradley wasn't going to start third tonight. Garrett Wolfenbarger fourth. Those two Shenandoah Shine Red machines. Garrett Boyd going to start fifth. In 38. Levi Heilman in sixth. Ian Montrose seventh. Davis Greenwell in eighth. Alex Linney in ninth. Cliff Mullins 10th. Matt Benke 11th. DG Swiss in 12th. Zach McBride in 13th, rounding out our 13-car field. As Wallen has been suspended, so he will not be starting this race. Sorry, Daniel. Not really, though. You kind of did it to yourself. All right, here we go.
You did kind of do it to yourself. Oh, no. It's the pit road ding goes off. God, it's the one thing that I hate about every track that does that.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air as we get blocked by the Laguna Seca sign. Well, here we go. That was kind of cinematic. Green flag in the air. Graves and Cleaver battle down into turn one for the lead. Graves with an edge on the outside. Cleaver, good rotation through the apex, and he's turn one.
Levi runs wide off of turn number one. It's going to cost him a position to Garrett. That yellow car is going to try and use the outside as he gets super loose there again. Levi's not having a great start to this race so far. As he goes around.
Oh no! The 27 goes around right
horrible
there.
Section of corners
around.
there for him. Back up front, closest battle here is.
Oh, Greenwell misses the corner. Made contact with, I think, Garrett Boyd. No. Yes. Garrett Boyd off the track from contact from the 20. He's now back in 11th.
Well, we know how C2X handles things like that.
Cleaver falls back to third, actually. I think he had a bad corkscrew. And Casey Graves going to lead lap number one.
Because I like to stir the pot. Cliff Mullins running in 6th place. That's a shock. on a road course?
Wow.
Hot dang.
Oh, Wolfenbarger, a little out of shape.
Side-by-side racing back here. Garrett Boyd goes to the inside of Davis Greenwell. EG Swiss running right behind those guys. Looks like somebody might have ran off track a little bit ahead. Maybe it might have been Matt Banky. Entirely sure there. See if we've got a battle. Casey Graves does have a nice lead over Garrett Wolfenbarger. Cody Cleaver running in third right now. Had a pretty decent corkscrew right there, but not able to get around. Moved into second place. Bradley G. Wilson just running right behind these 3 leaders. Seeing if he can kind of wait out something to happen. Like I said, I don't know this racetrack, so thought I saw somebody here. Running through the field here, your closest battle right now. Alex C. Linney and Cliff Mullins. That's a battle for 6th place. Ooh! Yellow car goes off. Davis Greenwell, he's going to fall from 9th place to 11th. Cost him 2 positions.
Not too bad, as long as he doesn't lose that wing and has to come down pit road. Speaking of, I don't know what their fuel numbers look like. I'm guessing it's probably, I mean, they're going to have to pit at least once to change their tires, which is worth mentioning because the leader's on the red alternate, so he's going to have to go to the slower, harder compound primary at some point this race. And P2 of Wolfenbarger is on the slower, harder compound primary tire, so
4th place is also on the harder tire. So 1st and 3rd are going to have to go to a slower tire, as Cody did not get a good corkscrew right there. Get Bradley G. Wilson right up onto the rear bumper. Was able to pull away. Cost him a lot of time there in the corkscrew. Not going well for Cody Cleaver. And Montrose in 5th place. That liquid death machine. Still Alex C. Linney really close there to Cliff Mullins. Gets a good braking, dives into the corner. Garrett has to lock up the tires to not get into the back of Alex. Alex has recovered, or Garrett has recovered really nicely here after that early spin there. Fighting with Alex to see if he can find a way around him. Levi, after that spin, has done a decent job of recovering up to 10th place. Or 9th place, my apologies.
2nd through 4th are just under a blanket right now. Braves still kind of pulling away, but these 3 are battling with each other pretty hard for 2nd.
I think Casey likes what he's seeing in his rear view with those guys kind of pushing, having to check up for one another. He's able to just be smooth. I think this sets him up really well. Like we said, we don't know the fuel number. Once it gets a little bit more spread out, I might, annoy one of my teammates and see what the number is. Everybody pretty much on my team is fighting pretty hard. I don't want to piss them off any more than I usually do. As Lucas is having to deal with cat issues, so I'll go ahead and talk. Right now, Alex C. Linney, Cliff Mullins. Levi's going to the inside of Alex C. Linney. Lucas, you might want to mute while you deal with that.
Sorry, I had to corral a cat. We're back.
Next time, if you need to, just mute. I heard. I heard you.
Yeah, I didn't mute in Discord. I muted in the stream. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I didn't know that. I'm just sitting here hearing you yell, "No, cat, no, no!" I'm like, I hope that's. But back to the racing action here.
Cliff Mullins, Levi Heilman. Oh man, I thought he was gonna get right there.
Levi's been charging hard ever since he's got heat in those tires. His car has come to life. He's drove from, I believe it was 11th or 12th, all the way up now into the 8th position, or 7th position, battling for 6th, side by side, down into the court. Nope, not into the corkscrew. Yes, it is the corkscrew. Yes. Holy shit!
Should have trusted himself.
I was right. Makes the pass, going to move into 6th place. Cliff Mullins falls into 7th. Alex C. Linney in 8th, and Garrett Boyd will be in 9th. Garrett went a little wide there on that left-hander, right-hander. Down into the final corner here. Levi with a little bit of a wiggle off the corner, but still going to get a good drive and drive away from Mullins. Levi is on the white. Let's see, Cliff Mullins appears to also be on the white tire. Then it is Alex C. Linney on the red tires, and Garrett Boyd also on the white. in Montrose running a little bit ahead up in 5th place. He's on the white tires. And then, like we said, 4th place, Bradley G. Wilson on whites. Cody Cleaver on red. Cody Garrett is on whites. And your leader at the moment, who has a little over a 2.5 lead, Casey Graves, is on the reds. He's trying to pull out as much of a gap as he can so that whenever he comes down the pit road, he doesn't give up too much time on those harder tires to maintain this. We've seen a lot of these road guys here kind of show their strength in the GT3 series, and then they come over here into IndyCar and they do just as well. I hate I missed Auto Club last week.
It was a spectacle.
I heard Hayden spun himself from the lead.
Yes, on a crucial final restart, he was warming his tires and turned to the left and spun.
Damn, Hayden. Congratulations.
So surprised he's not here tonight.
Target you.
That's why I brought it up, because he's not here tonight to defend himself.
Oh, Cleaver trying to get around Wolfenbarger. Touched the dirt a little bit, not even grass. This track would be so cool looking if it wasn't just dirt.
Things that this track and Sonoma have in common.
Exactly.
Ooh, almost contact made. Contact almost made there for that 3rd place between Cody and Garrett again. Down into the corkscrews. They're coming off a corner, heading into another corner after a short straightaway.
Cleaver had to really back up the entry there into 11, and that cost him on exit. Lost a bunch of time to Wolfenbarger. I think
Alex C. Lenny must have
had.
so as well. Alex C. Lenny must have had something happen. He has lost position to Garrett Boyd and fallen off fairly significantly to Cliff Mullins and Garrett Boyd as well.
Wolfenbarger closes up the gap to Graves. He's a half second back now. What happened?
I'll quit watching. I'll go watch, see what we can see.
He lost over a second there in a couple of corners.
He got into the grass a little bit, but that's all that I'm seeing.
Interesting.
Just he dipped 2 tires off, and it gets it cost him a good bit of momentum on a straightaway. Pulled now to just over a second lead right now over Garrett. Cody Cleaver is 1.7 back, and then it is 2.4 back to Bradley G. Wilson.
Something I
That
didn't really
is
mention
the
this
gap
season.
from the leader to the
Push to
back.
pass is being used. Graves actually has used 2 of his 10 already. Same with Cleaver. And 2nd and 4th both have all 10 of theirs in the bank. So interesting strategies going on here. Seems like the 4 and the 2 are going with a start off aggressive and kind of taper off to the end of the race.
I just remember asking about push to passes in the middle of just I don't like to there's no damn push to passes on it. I don't like. That's the only thing I know about push to pass. It was. It's like you could tell you were getting annoyed, but I didn't realize it. There's not. They don't have it. Ooh, walk up from Casey Graves.
At the same time, Heilman and Montrose had a really close battle. Almost, they were side by side in the corkscrew. That's not where you want to be.
Man, Heilman is already caught and passed Ian.
And now he's got 13.5 seconds up to 4th. So I think that's about the end of his run. Top 5 is probably going to be the best he's going to get unless one of those 4 wreck.
Well, we could see speeding on pit road. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that something could fall apart here. Do keep in mind that Levi is on the is on hard tires. He's on the white. So he will pick up pace once he takes his pit stop, since he does have to switch tires. Matt Banky currently 1 lap down. Not sure what happened to him. Into the field here, Cody Cleaver battling off Garrett or Bradley G. Wilson. Bradley shooting it to the inside, gonna get around, almost, no. Cody gets a good run off the corner, not able for that 51 machine to clear him. Cody Cleaver holds on to the third position for the moment, because we do have one driver coming off the pit road.
It's like DG Swift.
That is DG. He has made his tire change. Okay, that's why Matt would have been a lap down as well then. Fastest lap at the moment is Casey Graves with a 1:10.007. No shock there, as he does have a 1.2 second lead over second place as he dips his tires into the dirt just ever so slightly. Drivers are putting it all on the line here. Garrett trying to make something happen. Cody Cleaver holding strong on the third. Bradley dove it in deep right there. Almost locked up the tires down into the corkscrew. Cost him a little bit of time there to Cody. Run through the field here. They said Garrett is in fifth place right now. Right, Cody Cleaver.
A third of the way through this race, he's going to come down. Either that means he's going to run a third of the race on the softs and the rest on the primary, or he's going to split it in three.
It'll be interesting to see what these drivers do here. As you have the correct time, so I'm not even going to bring it up.
Oh, Greenwell off track. Almost tagged the 51. Everybody's okay.
Sorry, 51.
You're good. Thanks for keeping it up there.
We're going to keep an eye here on the leaders. See if these guys are going to come down. Casey Graves still with a 1.3 second lead over Garrett. Bradley has moved into fourth place. Cody Cleaver, it's going to have to reset. He's going to fall outside of the top five, I believe. See where it recaps everybody up at the end of the lap here. First and second stay out this time by. So does third. Levi should take over fifth place from Cody Cleaver here. It's going to stay out. Still on those hard tires. Ian Montrose in fifth place. Don't believe he's pit yet. Do you have a way of showing who's pit and who hasn't?
Yeah, I can show the amount of pit stops up here. So Cleaver, Greenwell, Swiss, and Benke are the only ones I've shown pits so far. Oh, Cleaver goes around in turn one. Good save, back on his feet, but that's going to cost him some time right there. Going to be an uphill battle if he wants to get in that position to win again.
Hate to see that for the teammate. I'm a little bit of bias. Always root for my teammate. That lead has shrunk just ever so slightly, and as they go to the start-finish line, it has grown back to what it was. Never mind. Looks like Garrett can get through that final section of the track just ever so slightly better than Casey Graves. But Casey is better on the first two-thirds of the track.
As Levi Heilman sets the fastest lap of the race of anybody on the primary tires. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think this is really, I'll be honest, this is really the first time we're seeing what drivers really have that next tier road course talent. And the reason that I'm saying that, at least for this season, is week one was the first road course, then we went to an oval. Well, week one was accidentally open setup. So anybody could bring anything. This is finally a race on a road course where you're seeing everybody has the same car, and it's who can do the best with it.
Big battle for 8th right now. Bowen's trying to hold off Alex and Lenny. Closest battle on track here.
These two have been having a great battle all race long, been right there together for a majority of it. Coming out of the corkscrew here, Cliff Mullins extends that gap just ever so slightly over Alex Sealenny. Cliff Mullins gets into the dirt there. Going to cost him a little bit of time.
He broke a little too late. Had to lock him up.
Looking through the field here, nobody else is really close. It's really just Cliff Mullins and Alex Lenny, two drivers fighting hard.
Oh, Wolfenbarger off track, got in the dirt a little bit. Back on, only lost about 3 or 4 tenths. And Graves, halfway through this race, he's burned through half of his push to passes. By far has used them the most out of anybody, and he goes off track now.
Using those push to passes seems to have cost him a little bit of grit here, and he might have used up a little bit more of these red tires. And I think that's what you were talking about whenever we were in the booth for week 1 was, you know, these softer tires, they're faster, but they burn off quicker. So we could see Garrett close this gap in here with a few more mistakes from Casey and might be able to get the lead. And Casey will have to switch to the harder tire and could cost him time here. This might be a good play for Garrett if he can maintain this gap and get it back into under a second like he did.
That looks like McBride just
somebody
came
coming up pit road.
Lenny also came down this time. He's going to be back off.
Matt Banky must have had a mechanical failure. He has taken it to the garage and called it a night.
First DNF of the night. Everybody else still out there.
Hate to see you have to go back to the trailer there, Skittles. Hopefully you can have a better race come Sunday. We'll see you back out here next week as well. Wolfenbarger has it. Closed up just a little bit.
Within 6 tenths.
Ooh, wide goes third place. Bradley G. Wilson goes wide there into the final right-hander. A little bit of the grass. It's not going to affect him too much. Oh, Garrett goes around in turn number 1.
Boy.
That's going to cost him a lot of time.
Yeah.
Davis Greenwell going to this outside. Alex C. Lenny.
Looks like he did the same thing Cleaver did.
Davis ran a little wide right there, trying to go to the outside of Garrett. His tires are going to be hot on that machine. This really, I'll be honest, without a major mistake from Casey Graves, I think this is his race to lose right here with Garrett spinning there.
Bradley's still there within a second, and he does still have those soft tires in the pits.
Yeah, that's right.
I think this race is still, if I'm Casey Graves, I'm really nervous right now. Don't know what kind of speed that 51's going to pick up when we switch tires.
Gap is here at the line for me. Just over a second, like you were saying.
Wolfenbarger fell about 7.5 seconds behind these guys now.
It's going to be a very frustrated driver, understandably.
should mean he'll come back out around Cleaver when he comes down pit road. Those two lost about the same amount of time on that spin, so should be close.
Don't forget to pit and use both compounds of tire, or you will be defeated.
EG Swiss getting up in driver's chat, reminding everybody that you do have to pit and use both compounds of the tires. There's only about 12 minutes, 13 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood left. Not entirely sure. Lucas, you might have a better number than me.
12 minutes, 38, 37, 36.
There you go.
Roughly 12 laps to go. Now 11. Here's my power flickers. That's not a good sign.
That is not a good sign. Let's hope it stays on.
Got a storm rolling through here.
You just go outside and blow real hard and tell it to go away. Go on, get. Bradley has closed that gap in within a half second now. These drivers are going to have to pit. Lucas said there was about 12 laps to go, so I could see these drivers coming in with either this time or maybe 10 laps to go. They don't want to have a super long run.
Yep. Oh, okay. Wolfenberger came down. I was wondering why he lost so much time. That would do it. He's going to come out. Oh, no. He went wide on the pit exit. He had to back it up and then go through the blue cones. And that's going to put him behind Cleaver and Heilman. And he goes around in turn 2. Oh, man. Not a good pit cycle here for the 32 car. See if he can get back going and maybe salvage the top 5. Casey Graves sets the fastest lap of the race, followed by Wilson immediately after topping it. Oh, Wilson got the grass, dirt, whatever.
They're right on each other here. It's got to be a close battle here.
Oh, he makes the move. Not there. Made the wise choice of ducking back in behind him. I think Graves' tires are deteriorating at this point. I think he needs to come down. I know he set the fastest lap and all, but that just means the car's rotating a lot, and one of these times it's going to step out. But that's the reason I'm up in the booth. I'm not very good with the IndyCar pit strategy, that's for sure.
Weren't you the champion, though?
Yeah, that first season was scuffed.
I don't ever trust you when you say, "Oh, I'm just not that good," because I mean, you're the. I can't. Damn, that sucks. I can't even say that you're the winningest driver.
Well, actually,
Go
I'm tied
win
now.
some.
So.
Oh, you're tied again.
Yeah, I tied him up with the GT3 one tonight. I'm pretty sure. So.
Well, if you hadn't wrecked the field, you might have won the Super Speed.
Okay. All right. If I hadn't have been an idiot on Monday, I could have maybe got that one too.
I agree. You wouldn't have had to sit out of the lovely, now sponsored Monday Night Race.
I'm really upset that I can't race on Monday. I mean, I did it to myself, but man, I was looking forward to Monza.
You wanna log into my account? I don't want to run it
on Wednesday. I'll run that one.
All right.
Anyway, Graves gets passed by the 51 of Wilson. And Graves
These drivers are going to have to come in at some point.
He's got 2 push-to-passes left, compared to Wilson, who has all 10. So unless Graves pulls out a short pit and makes up a ton of time right here, he is in deep trouble.
And he has to go to the harder, slower tires, so yes. I don't think that's going to happen.
But
it gets a little loose there on the exit of 1.
Doesn't seem to be mattering that much because, I mean, both him and Wilson ran the fastest lap of the race consecutively on the same lap a couple laps ago. So I'm not really sure how much of a difference it's making at this point, but I really think Graves should come down soon. His tires are not doing good for him. I mean, he's a second and a half back now. He's got to come down this time.
Yeah, because I don't see what game they could be trying to play unless neither one of these guys started far enough. Okay, if I could word, that'd be great. That would just be lovely. Neither one of these drivers
Wilson
have
comes
started
down,
up
Graves stays out.
to pull a Dale Jarrett and try and change their tires and get on the technical compound that they need to before the start-finish line. Because I'll be very honest, that's what I would do. If my pit box was before the start-finish line and I had to run both of them, stay out the whole race as far as I can until I have to pit for fuel, and then just change on pit road and cross the start-finish line. Add both compounds on.
Okay, so you see Wilson right there switches to the red tire. Now he's over the hill, and I kept it on camera on. There we go.
Love to see it.
Oh, he gets a little out of shape on the pit exit. That little hairpin is a terrible design, if I do say so. It's really hard to get out of the pit exit here at Laguna Seca.
I just saw what camera you used to see going on pit road. That was awesome. I don't think I've ever seen. Yeah,
like
dude, that was so good. That was depth. That was detail in that paper. Levi Holman runs the fastest lap. The 109. Casey Graves is coming in this time. He's on pit road. With Casey Graves coming down, has everybody pit?
Yes. Yeah, Casey Graves was the last one to pit. And I think everybody did their tire switch correctly, so don't have to worry about that. As Graves makes a stop in his box, and we're inside of a pole. And we'll see Wilson coming off of the final turn, turn 11. And you look at Graves, and it's not even close. Wow. Wilson in the pole 3 seconds ahead of Casey Graves. 3.5, 4. And we'll call it even 4 seconds. Here's they both re-enter the racetrack.
Ooh, Zach McBride, no rear wing. Gonna take a step back and see what happened to him. Oh! Just ran right into the back of by Garrett. Garrett runs right into the back of Zach McBride, destroys the front wing on Garrett's ride, and destroys the rear wing on Zach's ride.
At a quick replay here, see. I think he was just trying to let him go, honestly, and I don't think the 32 was ready for it. He gets right in the back of that 28 car.
It's unfortunate for both drivers right there.
Now 6.3 seconds is the gap between first and second. Those cold, hard tires are not treating Casey Graves very well right now. He's actually in danger of falling into the clutches of Levi Heilman, who is on the red tire, has been running the fastest laps of the race, and is only 3.5 seconds behind Graves. So Heilman may be going to be able to pull a P2 out of thin air here.
Doing the best that they can here. Bradley, great lead. Cody Cleaver running in 4th place. Doing his best to recover from that early spin that he had. Garrett running in 5th place at the moment with no left front or right front wing, sorry. Garrett Boyd in 6th. Davis Greenwell in 7th, currently the last driver on the lead lap. It is Cliff Mullins, first driver, 1 lap down in 8th. 9th is Alex Delaney. 10th is Ian Montrose right now. Currently getting passed by DG Swiss, falling into 11th place, and Ian's going to go back by DG here. I'm not entirely sure what happened there for DG to give up all that momentum. Let Ian right back by him.
Bradley Wilson, a 108.2. Almost a second faster than any lap anybody has put down today. And it's no wonder.
Waiting.
He's pulled almost 10 seconds over Graves now. Those red tires are treating him very well.
How many push-to-passes has he used?
3 so far. So he is on them now, but you know, we're coming down to the last 2 or 3 laps here. This is the time to use them.
And he is putting it on the edge, getting off into the grass just a little bit, trying to make up as much time as he can. At a 10-second gap, I don't see why you'd be pushing it that hard where you could make a mistake, but then again, I don't lead lap, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, Heilman now less than a second behind Graves. Right on board with Heilman as he gets closer. He was 13th at one point in this race. No cautions to assist him in this.
Yeah, this has just been a straight drive through the field for that 27 machine after getting loose in turn 1, locking it up in turn 2, and then completely spinning out in turn 3 all on the first lap.
Almost 2 and 1.
Right now, your closest battle on track does it. You just listen to Ian Montrose, or it is Graves and Heilman, just kind of depending on the moment.
Oh, Graves ran a little wide, missed the apex. That's going to cost him some time. But not the corkscrew is the best spot for Heilman to pass. I don't think he's going to try here. He does not.
You're there.
A lot of passing zones coming up here. We'll see if he tries in one of these. Heilman with a blink. He's back.
Slow together right for a second behind you.
Heilman looks to the inside. And he's going to make that pass. Kind of use the 37 as a pick. But Heilman up into second. But 12.5 seconds up to Wilson. Oh, Graves! Oh, man, caught the dirt. He's all right. Just take it home to a podium, Casey.
Anyway.
Should be coming back with a white flag right here.
These cars are horrible.
Casey Graves complaining of the car handling horribly on the hards. A man that's led most of this race tonight on the soft tires. Tried to use all the momentum that he could with his push to passes on the softs to get a gap. Wasn't able to do it.
White flag is in
Fall
the
to
air.
third.
Had to check with Barney on this one because iRacing was not reporting it correctly. But yeah, white flag is being waved by Barney the flagman.
Oh, we love Barney. He's one
Would have
of our
never known
favorite
the white flag
employees.
was out if it weren't for him.
He does good work. He waves that flag like there's no tomorrow. He doesn't half-ass his job. He whole-asses everything.
Oh, Wilson with a blink.
Yep. He blinked and I saw his wing fall off. I was like, please don't disconnect.
Whoa, man, he got it. I thought he was going around right there. You're right. I wouldn't be taking these risks. You mess up in the corkscrew, you're done. But he's going to take it through turn 11 here. And onto the front straightaway. Bradley Wilson going to take home the win here at Laguna Seca.
That's funny. Ian Montrose went a lap down so he didn't have to run a lap.
Genius.
Yeah, good win, Brad.
Heilman going to come home second. Graves, respectable third. Good drive from Casey.
Good win. I'm sorry for the qualifying game.
Heck
Cody,
of a drive
really
from
quickly,
Heilman.
one word to talk about your night.
Appreciate you. Put the points up here shortly.
All right. Is the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
As Garrett Boyd gets past Wolfenbarger in the final corner, and's going to take home a top 5.
Very nice for C2X. I'll take it. Cliff Mullins, the only... Oh, never mind. I was going to make fun of him, but Ian Montrose finished 2 left.
And everybody has finished, so Wilson going to drive 2 and burn it down.
everybody that's watching here could head to the interview, get you to the waiting room. We'll get you in here for interviews. Currently, second place is in there. You want me to pull in third, or do we start with the winner here?
We can start with our, what do we got in there? I think Heilman, since he joined first.
All right. Levi, it's us up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, man, talk us through, first of all, that first lap. Had a lot of issues there on that first lap, but we were able to recover very well.
Yeah, the entire first lap I kept getting loose off every corner, and then finally lost it, and then locked in. Got the win, or not the win, second.
You know, sometimes it takes a little bit of adversity to lock in, man. Started in sixth. Like I said, you had those issues there on that first lap, but were able to recover second place. Talk us through your night as you drove back through the field. It was impressive to watch.
I mean, I bet it was impressive to watch, but it was just passing people, you know. I didn't realize how fast I was. I knew I was good to get a top 5, but didn't think I'd be here.
Well, man, you did a great job. You brought it home second, like you said. Not much more that you could do there with just so much of a gap to overcome, but you got anybody you want to shout out for sponsors or family?
Shout out Wyobi team, and it's a good points night, so shout out myself.
There you go, man. Lucas, do you have anything you want to add?
Just, I mean, that was a heck of a drive, man. You were down in 13th at one point, dead last in the field, come back for second place, almost getting to that win. It was an impressive drive for you, man. Hey, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
That's Levi Heilman. Looks like we got Casey in there, so we'll get a word with him, and then we'll drag up our winner.
All right, Casey Graves, it's us up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, man, it was not the night that you wanted. You ran really strong there for the first 2/3 of the race, and then having to put those hard tires on, just kind of, I heard you complain about it over the race chat, upset the car's balance. Did the best you could to bring it home third.
Yeah, I was fighting the car, really pushing through the corner, especially on exit. And then when I put the blacks on, it was even worse. I knew I was screwed once Bradley pretty much ran me down last like 5 laps of that run. Then when he did get by me, I seen he was on blacks. So I'm like, yeah, that's probably not going to win this one. But it was a good solid run, good points day.
You led laps. You can't be upset too much with that. You were able to still get the podium out of it and lead a lot of laps and show everybody that you're going to be one to contend with this season. You got anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, just all the guys over at True Speed Motorsports. And then, of course, everybody that helps put on the show here. I know it's a lot of work. You guys put on a pretty good league.
Lucas, you got anything you want to add?
Absolutely. Just, I mean, I felt for you there. You were pretty fast at the start of that race. Do you think you just burned him off too hard? Do you think Bradley just, I don't know, maybe was a little better on the tire saving?
I probably did burn him off a little bit. Like my last lap, lap 20, I don't know how close it was to my pit lap, but I ran my fast lap of the race. But he just came on strong there at the end of that run when the fuel burned off, and I just got tighter and tighter as more fuel burned off the car. That might have been also what hurt me after I pitted too. Maybe I could have filled it up and made the car a little bit freer.
Absolutely. Well, either way, congrats on that third place. Still a good podium finish for you. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, I'm going to let you have the winner since I've done most of the talking tonight. Let you actually talk and not feel like a jerk.
Bradley Wilson, it's Lucas in the booth. Got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, well, taking home the win tonight. You were kind of just riding back there, biding your time, saving those tires, and when it mattered most, you turned on the burners and set the fastest lap on your first lap out on those new tires. But walk us through your night, man.
Honestly, I just didn't want to shit wreck it, so I kind of just paced myself at the beginning there. But as soon as Cody pit, I was like, all right, we might be able to do something. Then Garrett spun out, and I just saw the leader and started putting laps together and eventually caught him. Knew I had to make a move at some point. Started getting right close to him, made the move, and just didn't look back from there.
Definitely. I mean, you as soon as you put those tires on, you were setting some of the fast lap times I've seen around this track. I don't know how you were doing that, but it was a great drive, man. You got anybody you want to shout out for the win?
Everyone showing up today was a lot of fun. You for broadcasting this, putting us on. Garrett for coming out. even though he's starting to hate these cars because he keeps choking at it. But hopefully I can talk him into keep running this because it is fun. I know it can be frustrating for him a little bit, but we'll see. Everyone watching, just making this as much fun as possible.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on that win. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, sir.
Bradley Wilson in the 51, taking home the win tonight. And, man, he kind of came out of nowhere, didn't he? That's crazy. All right, let's bring up our results
that
here.
Was, like you said, he ran some of the fastest laps of the race when it mattered the most. I mean, he did what he needed to do to bring home the win tonight, and that's all you can ask out of a driver.
Absolutely. I mean, that 108 he put in, I've never seen somebody pick up a second when they switch tires like that. I mean, in the IndyCar especially, it was very impressive. But yeah, we're gonna run through our results here. Bradley Wilson taking home first, Levi Heilman second, Casey Graves third, Cody Cleaver taking home that fourth. Still a good run there for Cody. Garrett Boyd as well, a nice top 5 there, right in the final corner. He got around Wolfenbarger. Wolfenbarger, who was battling for the lead, finds himself in 6th after a few mishaps, but still a strong night for him. Definitely good speed, looking forward in the future. Then you got Davis Greenwell taking home a nice 7th, Cliff Mullins in 8th, Alex Lenny 9th, Ian Montrose 10th, and our final 3 drivers, DG Swiss in 11th, Zach McBride in 12th, and Matt Banky, our only DNF, I think, will finish in 13th. So actually, a lot of the field finishing tonight, a lot different than Long Beach, that's for sure. I think we lost quite a few drivers at Long Beach, if my memory serves right.
I think we started with 25. I think 7 finished.
Yeah, so maybe a smaller field tonight, but a lot more cars finishing it, which I think is a good thing. But you got any closing thoughts, Andrew?
IndyCar bad, oval car good.
Okay. All right, that's going to do it for me and Andrew. And
Y'all have a good one.